All three brands now have booster recommendations. Next up on the agenda would be to get the green light for younger Americans. Pfizer is currently the front runner here in the race to vaccinate 5 to 11-year-olds. The company says its vaccine is more than 90% effective for that age group, preventing symptomatic cases. Pfizer wants the FDA to authorize a 2-dose regimen here, given 3 weeks apart. Joining us tonight to sort some of this out is Dr. Hillary Fairbrother, an emergency medicine physician based out of Houston, Texas. Dr. Fairbrother, 90% efficacy right now in 5 to 11-year-olds. Does that strike you as super strong?
I think that's reflective of what we saw in older children and in adults with these new mRNA vaccines. And I can't even say new anymore. They're not even new anymore. With the current Pfizer and Moderna COVID vaccine, we have seen this kind of efficacy, and it's really awesome.
Let me just play from the other side, though, for a moment here. If we know that it's the same efficacy as it is with adults, but kids don't have the same severity typically as adults, is it reasonable for some parents to say, you know, I'm not going to do it?
So I would encourage all parents to strongly consider vaccinating their 5 to 12-year-olds, and frankly, 5 years old and up. And the reason why is this: while COVID is very minor in most children, it does make some children sick. And it does cause long-term symptoms in some children. I just heard about an athlete child who can no longer play soccer. That has become preventable now. And we have other pediatric vaccines that we give for diseases that are very rare or unlikely to cause serious disease. The one I would point to is probably the chickenpox vaccine. Most kids get the chickenpox vaccine, and when I grew up, we all got the chickenpox. Unfortunately, a very small number of children got very sick and died of chickenpox. So now that we can prevent any of those children from getting super sick and dying of chickenpox, why wouldn't we? I think the data with the pediatric 5 to 11-year-olds is even more promising because they seem to have even fewer side effects and no cases of this myocarditis that we did see in some of the older children. So I think the risk of this vaccine is essentially zero. And there's only something wonderful to be gained in preventing both COVID infection in your child and long-term or serious COVID infection in your child.
And then going even younger, the 6-month to 5-year-old range, is that looking like 2022?
I'm hopeful that that is early, like January 2022. We will see. Okay. Again, they are very rigorous with the data before the FDA or the CDC is going to allow a recommendation, a positive recommendation to submit children to a vaccine. They really want to know that this is not going to hurt our children. And so they ask for a lot of data, and that takes time to collect that data.
Dr. Hillary Fairbrother, thank you so much. Things are moving along. Boosters, now kids. We're getting there. Thanks.
Thanks.